It's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the King Beyond the Wall and the Wildling King, Magnar Stir of Thenn. At the age of 53, we probably don't have too long left. I'm going to need a regent and I'm going to put it as my son. My son's not very pleased with me at the moment, surprisingly enough. He does want to kill me, but he's not turned out the best. So Magnar Thenn is in a little bit of a pickle. Last episode we obviously tried to go against the wall and it was a miss. It didn't succeed. People are no longer very happy with us. So we are going to need to try and rebuild and redo what we had built in order to try and go against the wall with hopefully more luck in the next instance. If I can hold the realm together, then that is what we will do. Thenn can still build me a decent amount of troops, but it's about holding this realm together, making sure that the Wildlings don't split off. They weren't very accepting of the loss, and they weren't happy with how long we had the troops up and the obvious defeats that came about against the wall. Castle Black itself is weakened, but I don't just want to march in again because, I mean, also we have a year before we can do that, unless I'm going to take penalties, which I don't want to do. Obviously someone is trying to kill me because it's offering me the option to go into hiding. Let's stop that, and there is a plot to kill me which we're going to end. Hopefully with a decent amount of speed. Otherwise I will be arresting her. My wife, Torrid, has died, and now it falls to me to decide whether to make a big funeral. We will not. This does give me the option to have another wife, so we will make it a chiefess. White Tree is still up for grabs, and I would quite like to get it for my son, because his realm's been weakened. They've got 1.4k troops, however, so he has built up a decent levy there. And my vassals are not best pleased with me, so I'm not going to get many troops from them. So I need to be careful before I start declaring war. Although I have 4,000 troops available, this isn't good. I need Wildling unity right now. And obviously we're not going to get that whilst everyone is annoyed. So we need to start having some feasts. We need to start getting people back on side, ready to march against the wall, and it needs to happen quickly. I'm going to try and sign off as much power to Sigorn as possible, because when he comes of age, or rather when I die, he's not necessarily going to be accepted. And if he doesn't get Thenn, which is my stronghold, then we're a little bit ruined. We can use some prestige to build up some bits and pieces right now, and I would like to improve the reinforcement rate, so I'm going to spend the 500 prestige to continue building up. I finally got a chance to do something special with my special one. Let's take her to my isolated cottage, sponsor her at the court. Let's do that. I don't want to lose health right now, particularly when I'm of the age I'm at. I can't end any more of these plots because no one is very interested in having me. How is my son troops wise? He's gaining 48 troops. He's absolute rubbish. But we're going to have to use him. So we will deal with the hand that we are dealt. And gaining this for him will be a big benefit. I've got about 1,700 troops. I'm going to wait a little bit more before we do this. How are we doing in terms of an ability to have a feast? Do we have that capability? We do not. Okay, that's not so good, but we do have the option to go on a hunt. Hunt might work. We have an option to end a war. I don't mind if those guys want a war. That's up to them. You're the only one I care about right now. And I think... yeah, it's not going up very much. We might just need to go for it. Are there any more positions that I can give out to chiefs? So maybe the overseer can go to a high chief. Rusker, become a high overseer, and I can't give you anything else. What about a bit of money? Have some money. He gives me 277. I don't really care. What I'm caring about is this. Okay, that's boosted me up to 5k troops. I think we are safe to declare war for this. Now, I'm going to use my personal levy because I don't want to start having upset vassals. We're going to march south. And we are going to try and take him as quickly as possible. He's going to siege Crusader's Keep, no doubt, because Crusader's Keep seems to be the #1 place to siege for the Wildlings. But if we can get down in good time, hopefully we can at least relieve the siege. Who is she? Don't know. Not going to spend any money. Is everyone following our faith still? Or are they still just following the old gods? No, beyond the wall old gods. See, that's one other thing that doesn't help us. It's our religious differences. Right, so he's besieged Crusader's Keep already. But that's fine, that was to be expected. Have you got any troops you can give me? Another 100, that'll do. Just to ensure I'm getting... gonna get a win here. Going to go into Crusader's Keep, take it back, and probably relieve the siege, unless this is very unhappy terrain. I think we should be alright. I will get a bonus because it's forest. Do I get some more troops then to come in? I think I do, just to be on the safe side. But we should be meeting them before anything else happens. My son's not married. Oh, I didn't realise. I mean, you could marry your granddaughter because she's bloody good at martial. I know that's a bit incestuous, but that's what I'm going to do. I mean, we're wildlings. We don't really care about all that. Okay, good. The victory there is done and dusted. Nighthold will come back into our realm. No blood relatives of the past sovereigns stand as the obvious heirs to the Iron Throne, leaving the succession unclear. Therefore, I have decided to use my powers as Lord Protector to crown myself. So Stannis has just crowned himself. Great job. So let's pop him. And hopefully get the siege off very quickly. Should be able to get a quick siege on White Watch, and that will be the unification of all of the White Walker, not the White Walkers, of the Wildlings. And interestingly enough, we haven't actually seen the White Walkers, which worries me, because if they come out, we are absolutely going to be ruined. Right, hopefully we get White before he gets Craster's Keep. Which we did. We're going to clap him in irons. That is going to be the end of the war. White now goes to my son. Who I really... Wait, why didn't it go to my son? Should have gone to him? Oh no, okay, so he just becomes High Lord of it. Okay, well that makes sense. You can end your plot, please. No, no one wants to end their plots. So let's try going on a grand hunt and see if that improves people's opinions of us. It's unfortunate that we don't get the option to have a feast, because I feel like the Wildlings would have a bawdy old feast. Domeric of Domeric's Outlaws has declared invasion of Forktop. Okay, so we've got a rebellion on our hands. So let's send the Thenn troops south to go and deal with it. Walrus, lead the troops, please. And yep, I want to get more pelts. War disrupts our grand hunt, so we're forced to cancel the activities. That's annoying because I spent money on it. This is the first uprising we've actually had from a Wildling faction. So it kind of shows that after our defeat, they are not best pleased with the sign of weakness. Lord Edric is going to marry my daughter, which could potentially give me an ally in the north. Let's see. No, he won't do it. That's a waste then. I'm not going to give you anything. In fact, that marriage has been absolutely detrimental to me. New lesson learned. Don't do that again. Don't marry outside of the Wildlings, because they're not going to ally with me. Okay, this isn't good if he gets this done. The hunt was a huge disappointment. Okay, well, let's go for falconry then. Family is good. Charitable is also a good trait. Go with that. And she did indeed get it, which I'm pleased with. The new bird had not been properly trained, so I might get stressed here, but thankfully not. Come on. Go and kill him and then take back the lands. But actually, if I do take lands back, I can get rid of unhappy rulers. So that's dealt with that. So now we're in a realm of peace once again, and we're united Wildlings. But there is also a united Iron Throne, which is not so good. What's going on in Sunspear? Sunspear is having some problems. Call Court out of hiding. Yeah. I can command an end to a war. Who's fighting? No one of any great importance. Troop-wise, we're at 5k. Do we try for another war? I feel like this is going to be the last opportunity that the Magnar is going to have, and it would be nice to see him emerge in Brandon's gift. Let's have a think. I'll put it to a vote. I will end the episode here. Comment in the comments below if you think we should now attack Castle Black once again, after they were joined by the Iron Islanders, but hopefully this time they will not be. If we're lucky, they won't get joined by anyone, although Eddard the Just is still out there. So I'm hopeful that he doesn't, but we will have to wait and see. In the meantime, please do like this video if you're enjoying the series, comment with any hints, tips, or pieces of lore that you wish to share with everyone, and subscribe for more content on the channel. And I'll see you all in the next episode.